during lockdown, and like I was really scared working on a COVID ward.
The Premier said that we were coping in the midst of the COVID pandemic last year. He lied.
He's definitely just let it rip, and it's more like for economic benefit rather than what's happening in the hospitals, because during the Omicron wave we were still smashed as well.
Yeah.
But they were saying they didn't want to go back to lockdowns again.
Patients who came in that were very, very sick and needed ventilators, and we were not given proper ratios, nursing to patient ratios to care for those patients. They came in unvaccinated and deteriorated very quickly, and we were not given the support by the New South Wales Health Government to provide proper care for these patients.
The main thing with the ratios is the stress and just boring. When we finish a shift, we feel bad sometimes, because we want to provide the care to the best of our ability, and we feel like we can't do that.
Sometimes it's 1:7 and 1:8 ratios.
Those patients who are vulnerable, they can be at risk of falling and hurting themselves, and because we've got a big patient load and other patients we have to look after, it's too much.
There was wards that were converted into COVID wards who did have, they weren't intubated patients, but they were still very, very sick patients on lots of oxygen who were on normal wards that were converted to COVID wards. And they were always full. One patient would be discharged and two would be admitted. It was constantly like that. And it was like that for months and months.
Over the last 2 years with COVID, we just dealt with it, right? So we toughed it out. But it's been 2 years, and I think we've been through enough that I think it's